our dough, chaps. We've done our dough.
Hello, welcome back to Form King. So last week was week 75. It was a pretty interesting Champions Day. Let's dive into the recap. So race one, Streisand, was tough. Pretty much was a carbon copy of the loss that it had to Euro Canto. Calamari Ring was just a little bit too solid for it down the outside late and got the nod in. The trifecta that I did with Angelic Rise on its own for second, with Field at first, and then only 3 horses for third. That would have been good if I had swapped out Angelic Rise for Streisand, and would have been a piece of 244, which would have been a good little proponent early. Then race 2, back to Savage, not really out of any confidence, just because it made the most sense. It drifted on the day to 280 with considering the conditions, but won easily. Got place money back on Mary Eliza. That was a nice run, making ground on the inside. Race 3, there were a few scratchings in this as it came to pass. Need Some Luck was great, just exploded away and won. Didn't really have that. Did like de Bergerac. Big Swinger lost as a favourite. On the radio, they were talking about this, that it was a 2-horse race between Big Swinger and I think it was Nadal, but that never eventuated. And my pick, Stay Focused, ran nowhere. Then in race 4, this was Sunset Park start to finish. It was not shaping as a leader's track at all, but then this just led all the way and amazing, paid 20. So missed that one. She's the Hustler went down as a favourite. There was a huge tab promo on that, like $9 for it to win or something crazy, $6. But yeah, it started at 270 and lost. See What I See was Gallant in 4th. Race 5, I just would never have picked Whiskey on the Hill and Etna Rosso and Golden Snap. The money on Birdman was a bit crazy. It doesn't win a lot, and it had a big weight and a wide draw, and the money tumbled later. Then the tone started at 265, but yeah, really nowhere near it, and the conditions were just very difficult. As conditions worsened, it was just very difficult, to say the least. The Champions Sprint, the more that the rain came, the more apparent this was that Magic Time was going to be very hard to beat. The money came in, it tumbled from 16 to 15 to 12 to 10. It started at 850 after the scratching of Tentress. It really had the race at its mercy and almost got there and looked the winner. And then Giga Kick fought back, top horse. So yeah, it would have been great for Magic Time. That was something that on the Thursday I didn't really pinpoint, but then by Saturday, it sort of that benefit of looking on the day, it became more and more apparent. Giga Kick paid quite well, $4 after that win at Caulfield, so it's back in a big way. I think in the trifecta, that wasn't close, but there was Libertad I was considering in something that was 40 to 1 in the end and just missed out on third. Wolf, amazing, and the Champions Mile to fight back and win. Pericles as a place bet for me was really, really good for 40 there on the tote. Didn't expect Steffi Magnetica to run so well. Pride Jenny just compounded. And Brightside sort of the same, but who can begrudge after such a great spring that happening? And then, the Champions Stakes, BSC are just way too good. There was a promo on the tab here for win by 1 length or more. It was paying $4. Absolute gold money, amazing. But this paid $1.50 in the end. Top Kitten was good in third. Just got there. And then the last race, Grand Larceny, paid 14. Code Ego that I had ran a place and paid 7. So that was actually, no, this was something, again, that came late. I didn't have this for the podcast, but the more that conditions worsened, it became a little bit into focus. So that was that. The quaddy paid quite well at Flemington. And then Rose Hill, let's have a little brief look. The Hot Danish Stakes, Arctic Glamour popped up, totally out of form, but wound back the clock and won and paid 40. Vivier won in the 5 Diamonds. Rise of Dawn was 4th. Transatlantic ran 2nd. Militarized 3rd, so popular results. And then, it was the Golden Gift was the favourite, Revengeance. So that was the wash-up. Got back $25 thereabouts. So overall for racing, sitting at 3.5% profit. So outlay of $3,750 and then profit of $130 on that. So $3,880. There we go. So 3.5%. Sports sitting at minus 7.28 and down about $85. So overall, it's around about a profit of $50. And the overall winning percentage after 75 episodes is at 0.89%, so less than 1%. So there in the lesson ends. It's pretty much that based on the sort of betting style that I've done, my own picks and spreading bets and diversifying and using bonus bets, that really it started out very promising, but it ended up being a small percentage win. So just buying some shares at the beginning and saving the time would be a much better option rather than eking out that existence on the racing. So that's just the wash up for the week. The racing does continue now at the Caulfield. I think it's the Ore Stakes this weekend, or how they've revamped or shuffled things around. So this podcast will take a bit of a break. I'll take a bit of a break over the next few weeks and reset for the next chapter. So that was 75 episodes done for odds that's then become Form Kin, and it'll be back. I'm going to have a bit of a think about how to deliver the information, what the workflow is going to look like, whether the episodes come out at a little bit of a different time, or whether we do updates on a Saturday, or do more on social media. But yeah, we'll have a think about that and re-energize and take this little break time to think about that. So thank you for listening for the past year and a half. It's been a lot of fun to do this. Only been one deep dive episode, but very grateful to have Tal Lerner on and to learn a bit about the behind the scenes of a racing stable. And yeah, just all the listeners, thanks very much for listening. I hope you've got something out of it, or that you've enjoyed this weekly crusade to try and find winners that has, in fits and starts, has delivered some, but not always a lot. And hope that you'll be back to listen in the immediate future when the podcast is back. But until then, good luck on racing with the one of the Spring Carnival. Good luck on any sport that's continuing on. And yeah, have a wonderful time in the next month and a bit. And we'll see you back before not too long.
And then came Sweet Liaison as they turned for home. Jefferson, he's been in front every inch of the way. He's out like two.